25 workouts that are going to make you feel like a kid again and have a little fun. How does that sound? Better than going to the gym this summer, right? Hey everybody, my name is CJ Johnson, and my background is actually in the golf industry. I spent many years running golf courses and having a ton of fun, and it was just a great time. But at that point in time, my health and fitness got away from me, and I changed that. Now I am passionate about helping other people to gain their health and fitness, especially now that we are getting over age 40. So give me just a second here. I'm going to check my tech. Looks like my microphone is a little high maybe. There we go. All right. And hope you're all having a good Tuesday evening. If you have any questions, make sure that you put them in the show, in the comments down below, and I will be happy to answer them. I have to get to the page that I can answer them on, however. There we go. This is such an important topic to me because one of the things that I changed about my exercise was actually doing it, first of all. But I kind of tend to be a little bit of a gym rat. And because I am a gym rat, and I'm going to just change this here just a second, because I am a gym rat, there have been times that it has been really hard for me to get out of the gym. And you know what? You don't have to go to gym to get a good workout. In fact, it can be a whole lot more fun not going to the gym. And that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, is give you some ideas on how to get that. So if that sounds good, give me a little thumbs up. Let me just see, and we're ready to go. All right. So remember I told you that I had a little weight problem? This is my little weight problem. That's me weighing over 250 pounds. Now that picture was taken when I was 38. I am going to be 55 in August. Yeah, I know, it's almost hard for me to believe. 55 this coming August. And things have changed in terms of how to maintain fitness. And that's why I love sharing this with you, is I get to explore these ideas, test them out on myself as well as my clients, and then I get to share the things that are out there and that are working. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is 25 workouts that are going to make you feel like a kid without going to the gym. Okay, you ready? Let's get at it. A few years back, I had never done much running in my life. In fact, I kind of avoided running, to be very honest with you. A few years back, I got the bug to run. And I ran a 5K, a 10K, and eventually ran a half marathon. And so if you have been thinking about doing some running, I got to tell you, I really had a lot of fun with it. There is a great guide at myfitnesspal.com, and it's 0 to 5K, or Couch to 5K, I think is what it is, that helps you to learn how to build the running habit. And sorry, forgot to put myself on the screen, to help you to learn how to build the running habit. And it was a lot of fun. I did a lot of trail running. So if you're worried about doing pavement running, there's ways to run on trails. You can run 5Ks, 10Ks. I have to tell you, when I got to a half marathon, I did it because I'd signed up for it and I trained for it, but it really wasn't a lot of fun. I found out I really enjoyed the 5Ks, which is just a little bit over 3 miles. In fact, if you're one of those people who's out and you're doing some walking, you can start doing a little bit of running. Walk for a distance, and then look out in front of you, 100 yards, whatever it may be, and run that distance, and then walk, and then run, and then walk, and then run. That's still one of my favorite ways. Actually, I do a lot of heart rate training that way to help that. Another good one is if you see a set of stairs, run a set of stairs, take the set of stairs. That's a really great way to stay in shape, doing those types of workouts. So running is a big one. Now let's trade in those tennis shoes for a pair of bike shoes. And there are so many different ways to add biking. And sometimes I think we think about road biking because we perhaps see that a lot, but mountain biking is great fun. You don't have to live in the mountains to bike. If you have hills and can do off-trail, That's mountain biking, and that is great fun. There's lots of camps, there's lots of different things that'll teach you how to ride a mountain bike, how to do some single track riding, how to do those types of things. So look for those opportunities if you're into biking. At the very least, a great way to add this to your routine can be to bike to work. No matter what distance you live at, right? I used to know somebody who I worked with. He was just a crazy, insane cycler, but he biked 35 miles each and every direction to work. Hey, it was good for him. All right, so we got running, we got biking. Anybody like any of those? Give me a little thumbs up. Hey, John, how are you doing tonight? All righty. Okay, next. How about hiking? Living in the mountains, hiking is great. I mean, we have some really insane hikes, but again, you don't have to live in the mountains. Anywhere that there's hills or even flat terrain, you don't have to have a lot of insanely steep terrain to have some good hikes, just some very picturesque thing. Back where I'm from northern Michigan. We have the Porcupine, it's called Porcupine Mountains, but it's really more like a little cliff area. Devil's Lake State Park. We have all these different areas, and I'm sure that you can find some places to go hiking in. Now, here's just a little tip if you're hiking. If you're going to do it, use poles, because by using your poles, you burn, I think the number's around 20% more calories. I'm not exactly certain of the number, but I know you burn more calories if you use poles. So doing a little hiking. All right, our next one. Okay, gotta say this for those people who love to be outside. And I live in Lake Tahoe. Gotta admit, I'm just not a water baby. But there are so many water things that go on around the lake and on the lake, in the lake. Maybe you don't think of windsurfing as often. I see windsurfers quite a lot. Windsurfers and kite surfers out on the lake, especially late in the day when our winds tend to come up a little bit, and man, they go fast. Sailing. We don't see tons of sailing on Lake Tahoe. There's some, but sailing is a good one. See lots of water skiing and water sports out there. Water skiing is a fantastic activity for you. Let's stay in that water venue. Surfing. Believe it or not, you do see surfing on Lake Tahoe. Now, normally that happens in later October, early November, before our winter season starts to come, and there are certain areas of the lake where it happens in, and they really have to wear some wetsuits and be pretty careful, because Lake Tahoe is a very, very cold lake, but it's really a treat to watch when you see people do that. Never done it. Don't plan to, not my bag, but it is there. Swimming. Just get out and get swimming, get in the water. Kayaking. You see tons and tons of kayaking. And of course, nowadays, paddleboards are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And if you are truly bored with being on a paddleboard, bored with being on a board, no, I know that's pretty bad. How about trying some yoga on the board? That is a fad. I see that done several times here at the lake, but yoga on a board. So as if yoga isn't challenging enough, yoga on a board will really challenge your balance. I know for me, yoga on a board would just cause me to go in and do some swimming. But hey, why not give it a try? So those are some of the great things that you can do out on the lake. All right. Who's a water baby? If you're a water baby, put it in the comments down below. And I just dropped my phone, so excuse me, because I have to reach down and pick it up. All right, life happens. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see any comments that you have from me. Okay, so let's move out of the water, and we're going to move back onto the land with some fun things that you can do. This time of year, you're going to see a lot of outdoor boot camps. Boot camps are great because you get to do a wide variety of exercises. You get to combine your cardio workout, your agility, some strength training. They're a lot of fun. But most normally, you see more boot camp workouts at the gym. Look for one that's outside. Another great one is a fitness trail. They have these, a lot of rec departments have fitness trails, and I don't know why they're not more popular than they are. I think because it's a lot of people don't know about it. But essentially what you do is you have a fitness trail and you run, walk, jog between the different exercise stations. And once you get to that station, you do what it asks you to do. And they always have different levels. One, like a beginner and intermediate and advanced type of level. And it's quite fun. There's a fitness trail only a little less than a mile, not even a mile from my house. And the trail running, as I mentioned in the early part of the show, trail running is actually a little easier on the joints. So even if you're not doing a lot of running, you can jog between those. And fitness trails are just a lot of fun because it's something different. All right, let's move on to the courts. You know me, you know I love pickleball. I have a YouTube channel on pickleball, betterpickleball.com. I love playing pickleball. It is an addictive game, and do not let people tell you that pickleball is for old people. When you start playing, you get better at it, or if you're playing singles, it is definitely something that can get your cardio up. You got tennis as well, so both of those racket sports, you get to be outside. It's great fun. There's even cardio tennis. And I'm trying to see if we can transfer that into cardio pickleball. I know a few people who are teaching cardio pickleball. I haven't taught that yet, but I'm going to be looking into that shortly. So maybe look for a cardio tennis class and maybe a cardio pickleball class coming soon to you. And again, if you're not sure about pickleball, check out my YouTube channel, betterpickleball.com. And it'll take you to the YouTube channel. I got lots of different videos on how to play the sport. Super duper fun. All right, so let's go and leave the courts, and we're going to go back and maybe your heart is just with volunteering, right? So Girls on the Run is a fantastic program that teaches young women, takes young women from not running to running a 5K. And you get to be there with them, run the 5K. So it's a great way if you're thinking about running a 5K to get involved with them, to mentor young girls, to help them with the confidence and the leadership skills and all those different things that sports and athletics can teach them. And I know that's one of the things for me in my background that was really big for me was athletics helped me to learn how to lead. It also learned how to help me be part of a team. And to be a team player. So great way to volunteer. Maybe you don't want to be super active. Maybe you're at that point in your life where you're just saying, I don't want to run. I don't want to do all those things. Well, how about volunteering at the local animal shelter? Those dogs need to walk. You need some physical activity. Sounds like a match made in heaven, right? And the more dogs get to walk and be out there and be with different people, the more socialized they become, and the more social they are, the more adoptable they are. So, you might be saving two lives, the dog's life and your own life, because it gets you busy. So maybe look for some opportunities to volunteer some of your time to somebody else around a physical activity. Moving on, this is a big one these days. Disc golf. Boy, it is all over the place. And the disc looks like a couple of Frisbees. You can get into it relatively inexpensively, maybe for less than $20. You might be even able to rent from wherever you try this. But if you can throw a Frisbee and you can walk, you can play disc golf. Now, I don't mean to minimize it. You want to be good at disc golf, you're going to have to practice it and you're going to have to play it. But it's a great way to go out and get started, and normally it's very inexpensively priced. Most of the time it's free. We have a great disc golf course here in Incline, and there's just people on it all the time. So maybe give disc golf a little try. And I think that brings us to paintball. Now, this may be one that you're thinking, oh, CJ, paintball. Yeah, paintball. Okay, so it stings a little when you get hit by the ball, but you're outside and you're running and you're hiding and you're ducking. And I have to tell you, I've played paintball and laser tag in my previous life. And when I did that, I couldn't believe how sore my body was the next day. My legs were sore because I was ducking down and getting down and doing things. My arms were sore. I mean, it was great fun though. You talk about being like a kid. Paintball can definitely make you feel that way. Make sure you're wearing all the protective gear, and you can definitely find, I'm going to give you some suggestions here at the end as to where you can find some of these activities and do some of these things outside of the gym. And then lastly, I'm going to bring up geocaching. Now, this was really super popular a couple of years ago, but it's still a great thing. Think of it this way. It's like treasure hunting with a GPS, and you can pretty much do it anywhere. There's a geocaching app. In fact, this is the logo that you're seeing up on the screen. There's a geocaching app, and you can download that onto your telephone. It'll tell you exactly how to play it. You use your GPS, and it's just, again, activity around being outside. So those are the multiple different ways that you can work out. In fact, that was 25 of them. So, oops, bonus. Forgot this slide. Play like a kid. Last week I was teaching golf, and the kids needed to blow off steam, and we played a game of kickball. And I have to tell you, I haven't played kickball since I was a kid. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. How about playing some kickball or hopscotch? Just doing things with maybe your grandkids or your own children. Get outside and get active with them. Not only are you bonding and spending time with them, but it really is a good way to make you feel like a kid. All right, so now I know that was the last slide, and here's some places, here's some suggestions where you might be able to find some of these activities. One of my favorite resources is always meetup.com. There are so many meetups out there. They are paid, they are unpaid, a variety of different clubs. Here we have a huge hiking club. We have pickleball clubs. You find everything on Meetup. So just go to meetup.com, put in the activity that you're looking for, and get yourself outside. Take a look at your local recreation department. So your Parks and Rec department run through your government typically has a variety of classes at extremely nominal prices. And they tend to target seniors and kids. Great combination, right? So those are the two things. So get there and find out what they have available for you to learn something new. If you're interested in pickleball, go to usapa.com. That is United States Association. Oh, I forget what it stands for, but it's all pickleball. Tennis, go to USTA. You can find some things about tennis. You can actually also find cardio tennis has its own website. It is under cardio tennis. And then perhaps your local Y or your YMCA or your YWCA also has some summertime classes. But the biggest thing is this: take your time and get out of the gym for the summer. Enjoy the summertime. Now, if you're looking to continue to maintain some of those healthy habits, I have a freebie for you. This is one of my favorites. It's 25 tricks to staying fit without feeling overwhelmed. These are the things that I have done throughout the years to help me to stay healthy and fit and to keep that 100-pound weight loss off. If you go to agewellwithcj.com, which is my website, and you go /25 tricks, you can pick up this freebie. So if you got any questions, go ahead, feel free to post them. If not, we're at the end of the show. I'm here every Tuesday night talking about a different health and wellness subject. I wish I could tease next week and tell you what's coming up next week, but I forgot. I forgot to take a look at it. But take my word for it, I'm going to have more information on how everybody over 40 can stay healthy and fit. So join me next Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.